In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to launch super simple $5 a day Instagram ads so that you get more bang for your buck and you're able to be kind of everywhere without being everywhere. So let's dive into it. Let's talk about my $5 a day strategy that's going to allow you to retarget the audience that you already have. So this isn't necessarily going to grow your audience. This is just going to do more retargeting of the audience that you already have. Because one of the biggest complaints that I hear from people with organic marketing is that maybe you have 5,000 followers, but, nobody's really seeing your content. So if you want your content to be seen and you want those views to turn into leads and those leads to turn into sales, then this is a video for you. So let's get into it. First things first, what you're going to do is go into your ads manager and you are going to go ahead and launch a audience. You're going to go into audiences here and then what's going to happen next is you're going to create an audience. So you don't even need a pixel for this. So you go ahead and click create an audience. You're going to create a custom audience. You're going to go to Instagram account. You're going to click next. And then you're just going to leave it as is. So I'm going to say everyone who engaged with this professional account. Now there's some more layers to this, but again, we want to get these launched in 15 minutes. So you're going to do everyone who engaged with this account. So I'm just going to, for the sake of this, going to say November. Then I'm going to say I'm going to say all engaged, and I'm just going to say 365. You can shorten this if you want to like 180. I just do 365 because I'm like, at some point you showed interest in my business. So I'm going to go ahead and create the audience. So I'm going to click create audience. I'm not going to create it right now because I already have an audience like this. You'll just go ahead and create the audience. So then I'm going to click exit. And then I'm going to go into my campaign section inside of my ads manager. Yeah, I'm racing against the clock. My computer is going to die. So I'm like trying to get this filmed for y'all, which I'm loving. So you're going to go ahead and click create. And your ads manager, you're going to select engagement. You're going to click continue. You're going to click manual engagement. I always do manual. I don't do the AI stuff yet. I haven't found it to be productive. So I'm going to go ahead and click campaign name. So what I like to do is based off when I'm launching them, November 2024, I'm going to do messages because we're going to optimize for messages. I'm just going to say, whatever the ad is, I'm going to go ahead and choose that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and choose that. Go remove because the computer's going to die. So campaign name essentially is going to be November 2024 messages. And then you're just going to say like warm audience is fine. So then we're going to go ahead and leave everything else unchecked here. We're going to click next. And then the ad set name. So you can do as many as you want here. We're just going to say the ad set name is going to be warm. I'm sorry. So we're going to just call it our warm audience. You say warm Instagram audience. You want to get really specific, you can say like how many days you did it. So 365, 365 here. And then we're going to uncheck Messenger. We just want these on Instagram. So just keep it checked like this. Then performance goals, maximum number of conversations. And then we're going to just set the budget at $5 a day. And I normally tell my clients to start their ads the next day, but because it's a low cost ad, we're just going to do $5 a day. And then what we're going to do is you never want to set a end date. Just keep the start date what it is. And then what we're going to do here is I'm going to keep, these are the 4 countries I usually target. So I'm going to keep that here. And then I'm going to go down to Advantage Audience. I'm going to click Switch to Original Audience Options. Again, I don't use the AI audiences. I just use original. So then the audience that we just created, we're going to go under Use Save Audience. Just kidding. It's not a saved audience. It's a custom audience. My brain is we're working today. Multiple YouTube videos. So we're going to just go to custom audience. We're going to click all engage. So for me, it's like over 50,000 people. So I'm going to click that. And then what you want to do is just uncheck this AI advantage because we don't want it going outside of our warm audience. You just want it going to our warm audience. Then from there, again, I have my 4 countries. I don't want any like random countries popping in there. And then I just leave this open, age open, gender open. I mostly target women, so I mostly will get women results here. So there's that. And then I don't put any advantage detail targeting. I change the language. I do change it to English. And then that's that from the audience. Then from the placements, we're going to basically use content um, that's already worked. So part of the strategy here is we're going to click on advantage placements, click edit, and then we're going to just go down to manual placements. And your ads manager might look a little bit different than mine. There's like 200 active versions of ads manager from what I know of all time. So depending on what you're going to put. So if you're going to use, I've been using Reels a lot as my retargeting. You can use carousels for the example of this video. I'll just go ahead and pick a carousel. So I don't want my carousel running in stories personally, and I also don't want it running in a Reels placement. So just depending on the placement, you got to make sure you check the right placement. So if I'm going to do a carousel, I'm going to click Instagram feed, profile feed, explore is fine, but I'm not going to run it in stories, and I'm not going to run it in any of the Reels because it's not optimized for that placement. So if I was going to do Reels, I would uncheck everything else except Reels, right? So just so you guys kind of know, you want to maximize your placement strategy and you don't want to waste any money. I know a lot of people say just let them all run. No. If you maybe had a really big budget and you're running completely cold audiences, that would be okay. But we know that the more native that the content looks, the better, and the better it performs. So those are my thoughts there. So I'm going to click next. And then this is a super secret. This is how I do retargeting ads. I don't actually typically create, unless I'm testing out new creative, but for the most part, for any retargeting ads to basically get more of my audience to see the content I've already taken time to spend on, I've spent time on, I'm just going to run content that's worked really well. So what we're going to do here, I like to name the ad after what I'm choosing. So I'm just going to do selfie because I know I'm going to choose a selfie carousel. So we're going to go into ad setup. Make sure partnership ad is turned off. Sometimes it's turned on, so make sure it's turned off. We're going to go in ad setup. We're going to click use existing posts. We're going to uncheck multi-advertiser ads because that I don't want my ads next to nobody else. I'm one of one, as Beyonce says, period. So no. So uncheck multi-advertiser ads is trash. Don't use it. And then I'm going to go ahead and click add creative. I'm going to click select posts. So make sure you go over to Instagram because you're running it on Instagram. So I am going to choose a carousel. So I'm going to click on feed. If you wanted to choose a reel, you could click reel. I could even just click carousel. It'll simmer it down while that loads. So then from there, I'm going to choose a piece of content that I know brought me in some sales. So let's see here. Okay. So if depending on the option, if I wanted just more I just wanted more people to see a piece of content, I could pick whatever. But I love to use my carousels and I do a lot of mini chat automation on the back end of them. So I know my warm audience already knows me. So me spending $5 a day and getting that content pushed up will help me get more comments because it's attached to a digital product automation in the back end, which will bring me more sales. Period. Okay. So it's a very low lift to do this. So I am going to go ahead and choose this one right here because I know this one brought me a lot of sales. I'm going to click continue because I'm telling them to drop the word ads. And I would ignore a lot of these errors that Facebook gives you, just ignore them. So it's a selfie. And then I'm also going to put in, I'm just going to put in ads. So I know, because I have a few different digital products. So I know it's going to the ads workshop. If I see I have workshop, I have ads, I have reels, I have different workshops. So I'm just going to put that there for digital products. And then from there, I don't adjust the primary text. It already works organically. It definitely will work now. And then I just use an existing messaging template that I already have. So then I say click. It's just basically, if you want to create your own, you can create new, click edit. And this is basically, if you have mini chat, this is awesome. You basically can set it up with the keyword. So I know the keyword that will fire off, and I already have this created. It's going to be ads. So in the question section, I'm going to just type ads by itself. And then I'm going to say, just like click send on the word ads, and let's get started. And then I would just save this as like the template as like ads keyword or keyword ads, just so I know exactly what the template is going to be. So, and as you can see on the preview, this is what the person on the other side will see. So you can click save, and that'll save your messaging template inside of Instagram, which makes it really easy for them to click on it to be able to start your automation. So I already have it. So I'm going to click on the ads keyword. And then basically when they track it, when it clicks send message on Instagram, the send message will be just what I just showed you guys. And they'll just click on that and then it'll start the automation. So I have my mini chat automation set up to based off of if they comment or if they DM. Now, this carousel specifically will tell them to comment because that's just what I do organically because it increases engagement. But because I want to be able to track a little bit further, when I run it as an ad, I will just set up the send message option. And then from there, it'll send them a message. Now, you could set this up as like a traffic campaign. Some people do that and they just set it up as like or like brand awareness where there's no button and they just have to comment. And you can get cheaper, you probably can get a little bit cheaper cost per like comment, but I find it just works out better. And this, when it's set up as engagement with messages, I find that I get them in the DM. They're usually a stronger buyer because they're willing to get into my DMs. So they're willing to engage with me. And then I also, a big part of our brand is to also have conversations with people because we know that's what moves the needle. So I'm all about anytime I can get somebody in my DMs, it's the right conversation for me and it's the right buyer for me. So I'm going to click publish. I'm not going to do it now, but if I were, I would just click publish and then that would go live. It'll get reviewed and it'll pretty much go live immediately. So you can set these at $5 a day. I really wouldn't go unless your audience is like 50,000, 100,000. You can maybe go up to $10 a day. But for the most part, you could really run these ads as low as like $1 a day. So this is just going to get you more people seeing the content that you already created that's engaged with your business. If they've saved posts, if they've liked posts, if they've commented on stuff, it'll just basically get recirculated. So I will run this probably for a month and then I will switch it out with other creative based off of the organic posts that I've done well that month. So that's basically it, you guys. So again, less than 1% of your audience sees your content. So run these ads. And it's about being everywhere without being everywhere. Choose your top performing content that has high saves and high comments. Retarget everybody who's engaged with your content in the last 365 days by creating a custom audience. Again, this is a custom audience. Use a messaging objective, and the more engagement, the more leads that you have, the more sales that you will have. So that's my little tutorial for today. Hopefully this is helpful. If you'd like to know how to set up, Reels a little bit more in depth, I do have Supercharge Your Reels, just a great training. If you've never set up ads manager before, definitely grab that. Or if you're more of a high ticket girly, I also have ads that convert. So Supercharge Your Reels would be the best place to start. So I'll drop that below. But yeah, this is a great tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions. Definitely hit me with the like and comment below, and then go follow me on Instagram. That's where I hang out a lot. So I hope this was a helpful video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.